So today we're going to change the spark plugs in a Honda Nighthawk 450. It's a 1986. Of course, this would be very similar on any motorcycle or ATV, but we're going to use this bike right here. So the tools that I have in preparing for this job, I've got my ratchet and an 18mm spark plug socket. I have a couple of new spark plugs from NGK, and I have a feeler gauge to set the gap on the spark plug. So what we're going to do first, if you're a total new beginner to mechanics at all, your spark plug wire here goes to your spark plug on this jug. Now the other one's on the opposite side. This is the twin. So I'm going to show you how to do it on this side, and then it will be the exact same thing on the other side. So let's take a look. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is remove the spark plug boot. Just by grabbing it, pulling it off, setting it to the side. So here's my spark plug. I'm going to take my ratchet with my 18mm socket. I'm going to remove the spark plug. Shouldn't be real tight. Just going to give it a few turns like this. Then I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to remove the spark plug. Looking at your spark plug can tell you a lot about your engine. You can go and get a diagram of different spark plug, what they look like and things like that, and can tell you a lot about your engine. This one doesn't look too bad. It's a little bit old. It's not filled with oil or anything like that, which is a good sign. Now, the spark plug I'm going to replace it with is an NGK. The part number is 4929 DPR8EA-9. NGK makes a couple of different plugs that'll work in this 86 Nighthawk 450. That's the one I've chosen. They have different heat ranges and things that you can put into an engine. That's kind of beyond the scope of this video. Now, this is my old spark plug. How I would gap this, if I was going to put it back in, if I didn't think the plug needed to be replaced and I wanted to reuse it, I could just check the gap. The gap I'm going to set it to is 32 thousandths of an inch. You can buy a feeler gauge set like this pretty cheap at an auto parts store. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to check in between the electrode. I'm sorry, see if I can get a good picture here. I'm going to run this right in between here to see what the gap is set at. And if you just want a slight drag on there, we'll tell you what your setting is. This one was fine. So I've gapped the new plug, and the new plug is going in. Just going to use my fingers to get in there to make sure it's not cross-threaded before I put the ratchet on. Just going to bring it down there until it goes in and it's snug. Now I'm just going to take my ratchet. I'm going to put this on and I'm going to tighten it. I'm not going to go extremely tight. You do not want to break the spark plug in the hole. That would be very bad. Now just a note, NGK does not recommend putting any kind of an anti-seize lubricant on the threads. It recommends that you just put the spark plug in with nothing on the threads. Finally, I'm going to take my spark plug boot. You can put a little bit of dielectric grease up inside there for the connection to keep moisture out. And I'm going to put it back on. Just snaps on like that. And I am done with this side. Now the other side goes exactly the same way as this one, so I'm not going to show you that. I hope this video was helpful in showing you how to change the spark plugs on your motorcycle.